Okay, I think we can start. Hello, everyone, guys who already came. Not much people here, but we don't have many students. Hopefully, some will check this one, maybe our recording of this one. So today we're gonna do some introduction for our second task. Second task is about deploying our front-end application. I think most of you already saw it. I have seen questions about the second task. Also, I have seen questions about tasks after the second, and some people are really started to do their job. And here we're gonna talk about CloudFront a bit. We're gonna talk about how to deploy our application, because this is a front-end part, and I'm gonna just show you. So I suppose you can just use the code I present. It's the first time you can do this and the last time. For the next stages, for all the backend parts, I will create some dummy code, which will work for you, of course, but it won't have like actual solution for your tasks. But this time it's about front end, and also it's about like first knowledge of CDK library and the first knowledge of how to work with it. So yeah, here I'm gonna help you with this stuff. So can you tell me, maybe in chat and on YouTube, is everything is okay with the sound? Can you hear me? Can you hear me clear? Or maybe some, yeah, I suppose you can hear how my laptop do some stuff, because it makes some noise, and also I think you can hear some music, but I can't do anything about it. It's just some open air, I believe, nearby. Chat is dead. Do we have people in chat, guys? Just print something. Just smash your face on the keyboard and press enter. I don't know, do something. It's just unusual for me, because usually on stage 0 we have like thousands of people, and we have like hundreds in our chat. Oh yeah, I have Max. Okay, thank you guys. Yeah, just to be clear that everything is okay, I need this answer. So okay, let's start. The main point of serverless framework, which is actually, you can see here, and also I think if you watched videos, they are all about serverless. The main point of this stuff is to make your job as a developer easier to deploy your applications. Yeah, and for some time it was the easiest way, and it was like you create some kind of configuration, you describe everything you need inside AWS services, and you just press, you just run script and it just goes. Yeah, so serverless was pretty good for long time, but serverless is like open source library. So later people from AWS decided like, well, we can do almost the same thing, and they've done it. They created their own library. So CDK is Amazon solution, so it will be more stable than serverless. It will do much more things, and it should do it better. So for example, from serverless you need like some plugins for some logic to make it work. Yeah, but it is some stuff which is really common between those two. They both uses one great stuff from AWS. It calls CloudFormation. What is CloudFormation? So CloudFormation is some kind of, let's describe it like a big bucket of all services you need inside this one solution. So for example, we have right now front-end application, we want to deploy it. So what we need? We need S3 container, yeah, where we're gonna store our application. We need CloudFront to distribute our application from S3 to the web, and maybe something else. So for, I don't know, maybe you will connect here lambdas and everything and everything and everything. So your stack is like some single stuff, but it contains many things inside. I remember last time it was a question: is there any possibility to delete everything you made inside your Amazon account in one button? The answer was not. You can just delete all lambdas you created. Yeah, you can't. It's just impossible inside the AWS UI. But if you created all these lambdas inside one stack, you can delete all them. You just need to delete your stack, and stack will delete all this resource, all the source, all the services it created. So how it looks, yeah, we can see. I already deployed, so we can see like we have shop React, Redux, CloudFront stack. Yeah. And what does it have inside? You can see resources. So actually he creates for me bucket, some stuff for this bucket, app distribution. It's CloudFront, S3 bucket, also deploy AWS layers for some stuff. So one Lambda, I think this one is created by CloudFront. I don't know exactly, but I think it's one that should check that your bucket updated and update CloudFront, but I'm not sure. And some metadata. So we have like 6 different services, and they are all inside one stack. And we also, it's not a problem, we can find those guys everywhere. So we can go to S3, we can open it CloudFront, CloudFront. Yep. So let's check. Yeah, I have here my assets. It's not the same. Yeah, we have RS AWS course application, and we have our distribution to CloudFront. So all of this stuff was created by Stack. He made it by himself, and it's pretty good, and it's really good to use it, but it will be really hard to create it by yourself. Yeah, so just goes to UI, you will add here resources. It will take time, and that's why we have serverless plugin, serverless framework. He actually made the same things with it. So we have like resources here. Yeah, we have S3 bucket, we have policy for this bucket, we have origin access identity, then we create CloudFront distribution, then we done. Yeah. So yeah, he will create for you like 4 different resources. And let's take a look at CDK. So is there any questions for now? So I just told you about CloudFormation. You know, I try to make it a simple way, so for now I think it will be enough for you. The knowledge, you can always read about it a bit deeper, but that's how I see it. It's a stack of services. That's it. Okay, if you will have any questions, you can just write down them. I reach out every time, so I will answer them. Let's go next. Let's go to CDK part. We have like, I already have prepared solution, so I really hope it will work. So let's try to remove my previous stack. So I will go, yeah, I'm gonna delete. It's bad, I missed. Yeah, so when you press delete, yeah, it shows you deleting the stack will delete all stack resources. That's what I told about a few minutes before. It will delete everything I created. It will delete my S3 container, all my distributions, and everything. And I can do it in one button. I have created CloudFront with option remove access to S3, but it remains the same. Move access. Maybe he uses, maybe he just doesn't show it inside S3, and it is stored like in some additional resources, as you can see. Yeah, so for example, in our serverless, we store in the different places our options for access. So maybe it's somewhere here. Yeah, so we have like CloudFront, origin, access identity. So maybe your access is somewhere here. It's shown in here as the other source. But you can ask this question in Discord. So I think you will. Some people who knows it better, maybe we will get a better answer from, because I tried to check my S3 container, and I also haven't seen everything. S3 remains accessible from web. Okay, let me recreate and we will see. Maybe give me origin viewer bucket name. Oh, because actually I don't create any restrictions for this stuff. So I believe you just need to create like maybe inside this props of creation of bucket. So in my solution, I created bucket and that's all. I never said anything like I do it here. I didn't create any policies for it. Yeah. So maybe that's because of it. So you need to, I suppose you need to check policy and create policies here. So yeah, that's how CDK works. So how works CDK? Yeah, so we just import all the stuff from AWS CDK lib. So it's all inside it. Not in wait, I try manually. You try it manually, maybe because it's a part of the stack. So stack just doesn't want you to do anything. It's a good question. We'll try to do it too. Maybe it will work. But I believe you just need to do it in automatic menu in automated way. We will see. We'll see. Yeah, we'll try because right now I'm removing my stack. I believe he will remove. Very good. Okay. So about CDK. So inside my code, you can see that we just do everything step by step. So first of all, we just create a stack. We create a new name because I believe this guy will delete for some time and I just need a new name for it. Then what we want inside our stack? We want S3 bucket. So we create bucket. In our case, just to be sure to check what test drive just wrote, we will try to create without any policies, without any props here. We just add a new, yeah, for just in case, because supposedly my previous stack will not be deleted in time. We create access identity for our bucket, for this bucket. So we here we just created a bucket. So yeah, inside our, here we have bucket. Then we create access identity. We need this one for our CloudFront distribution. So our CloudFront can use this origin access identity to connect our bucket. So we create it here. We store our bucket name as a comment, and then we grant read for our bucket. We grant read for this access identity with that we just created. So our bucket will have all information he needs about access to it. Then we create CloudFront distribution. We need a distribution option. We give it a name. Then what we want? We goes like origin will be our bucket with identity we created. So we use our bucket as origin and we use access identity we just created and we granted it to bucket for it. So we create it as an origin. Then we want to HTTPS protocol here. Then we create just simple stuff like root object will be index HTML. It will be like from build. You can see it here. Yeah. So it's just start endpoint, not end, entry point for our distribution. And then we create like simple error responses for HTTP 404 and 200 HTTP status. It's just default stuff for distribution. And then what we want, we create a deployment. We create deployment for our bucket deployment. We create deploy web application. So it will work. What does it mean? It means here we describe what actually we're gonna deploy for. So we here just start our deployment. So we just showing here what we're gonna deploy to our bucket. So we set our bucket as a destination. As a source, we choose asset./build. So this guy will go and all the paths. Yeah, distribution will be CloudFront we created. Bucket will be bucket we created. Our sources will be our files inside our file system, and distribution path is our paths. And then we just create output. This output we need inside our terminal just to see domain name. And actually that's it. Yeah, so as you can see, this stuff is like 50 strings And our serverless YAML is like 129 strings. This one is a bit bigger, yeah. I believe this one also is bigger because CloudFront distribution to take some text to be deployed, and also I believe because of these policies which we create here. But in our CDK version, we just skip this one. We create a more simple bucket. Okay, so also what else do we need? I believe it is described in second task. I hopefully people who is our technicians actually who made this stuff, they updated your task, but it is one and really important part of usage of CDK, and it's 100% description described in task 3 and later. It's about this command npx cdk bootstrap. So what this stuff do? We added CDK to our packages to our project, and it lays down inside node modules. And this thing actually just links your AWS account you created as a part of the first task to CDK library. What will it do? It will create the stack. Yeah, it will create a big stack of tools which CDK needs for work. So without this, as you can see, I have this stack inside my formation as a result of bootstrap command. I don't want to repeat this one because it takes like 10-15 minutes. It really takes time to create this. And here inside you can just go through. So he uses like creates some roles for himself, some additional parameters. So we just connect our CDK library we use to our own Amazon account. So before you start anything, what you need is run npx cdk bootstrap. I will paste it in chat, yeah, if someone missed this stuff. Also, what you will need is run yarn build. Yarn build will just build your front-end application and store it inside build folder. If you don't have this one, this folder we need, it's our source of code for our bucket. So yeah, don't forget to run build, because it will not work with just raw code in React. Okay, and what next we're gonna do? We're gonna run this small command. It calls cdk deploy. I will give it here. Yeah. So this profile stuff is just for my case, because I like at work, this is my working laptop, so I have different profiles for AWS. So just to be sure that I don't deploy some stuff yet to my actual project, because it will be a bit weird. So yeah, I just using profiles here, so you can get rid of this. If you don't set profile yourself, it will just use your default profile. So okay, let's start CloudFront setup. Yeah, I called it setup. And let's see. Hopefully it will work. It worked like 2 weeks ago. I really think nothing changed. Oops. Yeah, nothing bad right now. Yeah, so here what we can see is our statements. So this is the list of resources our stack will create. So here we can see like bucket, we have like lambda, web app bucket, get bucket. Oh yeah, also it's like policies in IAM. Have this video after, yeah, for sure, yeah, it will stay here, so you can go through it again. So we can see like he told me what we're gonna do with this deployment will make potentially sensitive changes according to a currently security approval level, require approval. So what is this? So our CDK will create some access stuff for our S3 and for our new bucket, and he just wants from us to tell him, yeah, I'm sure, just use my account and do whatever you want. So we just press Y and it starts deploying. It will take time. It will take some time. Hopefully not too much. Let's go to our cloud formation. Oh, create in progress. Yeah. So he just started creation. Yeah, let's wait a bit. So he creates cloud formation, he creates bucket, and he creates IAM role, so access for our bucket, access to our bucket for our cloud formation, for our cloud front, sorry. Yeah. For next tasks, they are all our tasks actually are very small. So when I was at this course, usually it took me like 3-4 hours, I think a week, maybe 5 hours max, to make the solution. But in your cases, guys, yeah, you don't have I think great examples for CDK, so try to use CDK by yourself for third tasks, for fourth tasks. Just read how to deploy lambdas. I really believe it not so hard. So basically all the CDK stuff I read, it's also my first meeting with CDK. Just like I'm always just like you, I just try things, and actually it's very straightforward. So we just create stack, create bucket, add permissions, create call front, and pull out. So I really believe you have a chance to finish these tasks even without these videos. Try it yourself, because tasks itself are pretty easy. They don't contain like very hard logic inside your lambdas. Yeah, usually our lambdas are like okay, we want to remove something from database, or we want to add something to database. So our lambdas are actually like 1 to 2, maybe 3 logic containers, yeah, and you just send them to AWS Lambda. So I really believe that the main point of this course for you will be to learn about CDK, because CDK right now becomes the main solution for all cloud developers, and people try it more and more because it's official by Amazon. So when you use Amazon libraries for Amazon services, so they 100% will be more stable because if they are not stable, then Amazon will fix it, and fix it very, very fast, instead of serverless, for example. Let's wait a little bit more, and we will try with our S3 bucket to check how can we change something inside the stack. I'm just not sure that you can. Also, test drive, I want you to ask this same question in Discord, and maybe we'll find the third man who will come and say why you can't change anything inside it. We'll try it by ourselves, and I'm not sure that I can give you a straight answer on this question, unfortunately. Also, I must mention that I really believe that every time you recreate your stack, it goes faster. I truly believe in it. Don't know why, because I think right now it's the first deployment. It takes time because AWS needs to create everything from scratch, and we will also, yeah, I think we can try to rebuild and see how much time it will take, but I really think that all the next distributions will take a lot less time, but the first one is the hardest one. Of course it will take more time if you will add something here. Refine OneDrive, thank you. For what reason? I don't know. Let's see what we already have. So we try to create bucket, and we deployment for CloudFront. Oh, as we can see, my bucket is already created. He's here. And my distribution 321, is it? Yeah, it's no, yes, no, yes. May 23. Yeah, I believe, just weird time. Why? Oh, you show me here in UTC and here in UTC plus 4. Interesting, very interesting. They just have different time formats. Yeah, it's Amazon. Their UI is sometimes very horrible. Just in such cases, like different date formats. Why? I don't know. So seems like stack almost finished. Yeah, it's great, everything. So, and here it took like 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes to create our deployment. And as you can see, our output, it was defined here, domain URL. Yeah, so here he shows us our link to our CloudFront. So we can click this one and check, is it work? And yeah, we can see our application here. So everything deployed well. So yeah, it doesn't have anything inside it. We will fill out our store with the stuff later, when we will create like lambdas and databases, and our application will read all this stuff not from our build folder, yeah, but from the web. And let's check our S3. As I can see, after I created this boy, previous is still alive. I don't know why. I removed and package. I see only AWS CDK lib and AWS CDK. Is it enough, or I need to add some more for automatic? I think you don't have to add something else. So let's check. Yeah. So this stuff is all for our front, and inside dev we have like testing libraries, AWS, constructs. You potentially will need these lib constructs. In my case, when I tried to run CDK Bootstrap, it asked me for this library. I don't. It's really cool that you remember that you mentioned it, because it helped me to remember. This library, try to run CDK Bootstrap first, and if it goes well, so let it be. Yeah, but if you have some problems, usually it just tells you that, oh, I don't have this library. So in my case, I don't know why it just decided that not to install constructs, and I had to add it myself, this library. So yeah, it's really cool that you mentioned this thing. Yeah, in chat, yeah, constructs is the library which CDK uses, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just my problem. So run CDK Bootstrap. Try to run everything without this library first, but maybe you will meet some issues. If you meet some issues when you try to run CDK Bootstrap, CDK Deploy, or anything else, just do screenshots of your errors and paste it inside Discord channel. Yeah, so people around will have a chance to help you. maybe someone else met this error like before and he knows how to fix this one. So in my case, it was constructs library also included. Yeah. So yeah, you have in my case, it's only in my case because the guy who developed all our course with the code from CDK, yeah, it for him it works without it. So I think it depends on maybe the system you use. So feel free to ask your questions. Just do your questions properly. Just create a beautiful screenshot with all the stuff you received from your terminal and show it to us. So as you can see, my stack, which oh, are you still in progress? Give me a second. Seems like my stack, which I created before, is deleted, but decided not to remove my S3 bucket. I don't know why. Okay, I will fix this guy later, I think. Yeah, May 9th. Yeah. Yeah. I will check it later. Maybe it will remove later by itself, but who knows. Also, this one, don't remove this one, CDK. All resources you will find anywhere inside your AWS services. Don't remove anything which mentioned by CDK. So this one, as you can see, is just some stuff which was used by CDK Bootstrap. So don't remove these guys because it will be very bad. So CDK will stop working for you. Do I need to write test.js code to configure automated stuff, or one could do all stuff by writing all settings and config files like? So CDK.json is just a config file just created for you. So with some additional script where your application. So I believe for backend it was created too. Yeah, it's created for you too. So CDK.json is just configuration for your to run your CDK, but all the stuff you have to write right here in cdk.ts. So .ts we use TypeScript here, yeah. So use ts with the types, but as you can see, it's it don't have much types here or something because all the stuff you describe here is usually goes from the library. So yeah, all what you need to do during all your next tasks actually is just so for example for backend, yeah, so you can see the 3 services from my side. So you just need to create logic for it and describe all the operations inside cdk.ts. So .ts file is just a description for distribution. And I think, I really think so. We have like different services here, and every single of it has different TS files. So try to use for every service its own TS file. Uh, I'm, I really, I really think that you can create like one big project and place here inside all the services you need, but your .ts file will be just unreadable because he will create like, I will create like 15 lambdas here to databases, and it will be just really hard to read. So try to create your cdk.ts for every single part of your application so you can distribute it one by one. Yeah. Okay. And also we wanted to see, so as you can see, my bucket is not public. I do believe I can go, I think, here, block public access. So I can edit this. I can remove this one, save changes, confirm, boink. And I think it became public. Yeah, no, yes, no, permissions. Block all public access off. Oh, also, yeah, I need to as you can see, we can see here a big policy, bucket policy, and this bucket policy was created by our cloud stack. So if you want to create it public, you will need to change more stuff here. You need to remove like I really don't remember. I think you need like to go learn more. And for bucket policies, it's even example for public access. Policy permissions, resources, condition, S3, public policies. I believe it's like 4 or 5. It's really, really simple. Bucket policy examples. Acquiring encryption, blah, blah, blah. Why so hard? Can you give me managing to specific folders? Come on. Give me answer I need. S3 public bucket policy example, please. Oh, medium. Good job. Thank you. Where? Yeah, it's like this. So you just add this. So you allow for everyone get object and it will become public. But in our case, as you can see, from my side, I can change it and I can change it freely. So I can block again all public access and it will just goes. So I really think that you changed these block public access settings. And also I think in our videos for this task, you can find the right description for bucket policy to make it public. Maybe for these tasks. I don't know why, but I remember that it was explained for us, like in the video. Should we use JavaScript for backend or Java? It's a good question. It's a really good question. And if I remember right, is to add AWS CDK and they leap into our static shop. Yes, it will be the first step. Yes. So what you need is like CDK. I really think that for our tasks, it's already have like, give me a second. For our shop, I will check this one. And for Java, can you please, Nina, can you please ask this question in Discord and tag someone is about language? Because I think we talked and mentioned some of activists or something. Just create a question inside Discord, because I believe we talked with our guys, with our people, that we don't want to restrict the language you use, because the main idea of this one is to teach you with AWS services. Yes, so seems like language is not a problem, but you must be prepared that much less people here knows how to write it in Java. So I think CDK is exists for Java. I think, yeah. When I checked this, working with AWS, yeah, we have it. So ask this question, because the point is you will have to give other people to check your tasks. Usually you have to check how the functionality. Yeah, so if it functions, it is good, but it will be harder for people who review your work to understand what have you done here. So ask this one question is in Discord. Also on the next session, I will ask this question later when we will have a meeting with our team, and if it won't be answered, this question, I will give you answer on next session. So just come and with this question to me. Yeah, I believe so. Also, you can ask it in Discord and tag me. Yeah, it will be faster. You can ask it in Discord, tag me. I will tag people who knows all the stuff, and I think we'll find an answer for you. But be ready that like I think like 60 or 70% that you will have to do it in JavaScript, and it's not much code here, yeah. So you can like do it in JavaScript just for this course and do it in Java by yourself. Just rewrite it in the other language. If the other languages will be prohibited. Okay. So yeah, you can do everything you want with your S3 container, as we can see. So I believe test drive, you just didn't do everything you need to restrict the access, and I believe it's because of policy. It's just had to be very strict. So for myself, when I changed only this section, nothing changed for my bucket. He is still not public. Okay, guys, actually that's all for today. Continue to learn CDK for these tasks. Oh, this is what I wanted to check. Thank you. Yeah, so as you can see, AWS SDK lib is already in dev dependency in the shop package JSON. It's really cool test drive. So yeah, seems like your fork is completely prepared for CDK. Let me also check. Oh, wrong. Where is submit? Where are you? React shop. Hey yo. Yes, so it has like source, it has package.json, so it just doesn't have I don't see CDK here. Maybe I don't see, maybe I used the wrong. The CDK lib is already in dev dependencies in the shop package JSON. I don't see it here, but you can use this video just to see. Yeah, just run it again. So we need like 2 libraries, maybe third one. We need 2 files, cdk.ts and cdk.json as description for our TS file. Yeah, so it will work as we expected. It's just for I really believe it's just TypeScript extension for .ts file. So yeah, you can freely use information I gave you today because it's just basic stuff, and just to not stuck with it for, I don't know, for eternity. Yeah, and starting from the third task, serverless API. What is our task? First API, gateway, and Lambda. Yeah, we'll create Lambda. There is no such package, as you can see. I haven't installed it yet as drive. It seems so. Yeah, just use my video. It's okay. It's okay because it's basic stuff. If we just didn't create it inside it. So use my video. That's why I'm here. So also all the videos inside the task 2 repository are all about creating serverless, and inside those videos I think you will see how people add serverless from scratch. So yeah, just use my video here and copy paste this stuff from the video. Yeah. And the next time we'll create our first API. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, we'll create our first API, and for this task we will create our gateway, we will create lambdas, and I will not do any handlers. I will not describe any logic. So on next session we will just create lambda, we will just create gateway, just basic stuff, like today. Just basic stuff today was actually your whole task just to deploy. So yeah, it's pretty easy, but next task will be a bit It will take more time from you because you will have to create like logic for this, create infrastructure for Ramos. So yeah. Okay. Product service. Yes, I have this one. That's all from me, guys. Do you have any questions? We're pretty short today because not a big task today. And I truly believe I explained everything I could. Why you not removed? Oh. Seems like my cloud formation doesn't remove my bucket because you can't remove bucket which is not empty. So I suppose when you remove your stack, it removes everything except your buckets just because bucket structure. There is an answer, the answer on language. Descriptions of task tree says all languages. It's really cool. Thank you very much, D. Thank you for the answer. I haven't seen task tree yet. Well, I've seen it, of course, but I didn't read it well enough. You should don't forget the my AWS CDK API gateway lambda create task 3. And where is all languages? Where is? Give me a second. I want just to find the string so we will be sure that we don't have to ask anything else. So as you can see, you review just where. So yeah, I can see like all languages here, but at the same time, so task has sync weight is used in lambda. Yeah, so don't believe in this. I really think that ES6 modules, you will receive +5 if you will use ES6 modules, and you will receive +10 if you will use them in Java. Yeah, I believe so. And Webpack, yeah. So yeah, ask this question, Nina. Really ask, because as you can see, if you will use Node.js, your evaluation will be, I think, very, very hard because of these points here. Maybe we need to so because after you ask, maybe this one will be reworked a bit. Yeah, so maybe we will remove like these points if we will decide that any language is acceptable. Yeah, so we'll just remove those. So yeah, ask this. Because as you can see here, yeah, so it's just all languages, and we don't have like async await, Webpack, and ES6 rules. So I truly believe it's just we can use any language, but this description is just a bit old and need to be updated. So yeah, give this question to us in Discord, and we, as minimum, will update evaluation criteria. Okay, guys, that's it from me for today. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. I really hope I was helpful. So continue to investigate, continue to learn CDK, use your time, because tasks are pretty easy. They will be a bit harder later, yeah, so they will just goes harder and harder later, but for now, just use your time to learn CDK, how it works, how to use it. Use Google, use our Discord chat, have fun. I believe if you can call it fun, so have fun. Yeah, because it's really cool thing, cloud. Yeah, so just learn, and have a good week, guys. I've created PR for task number 2, moving Russian videos with serverless from WAS to additional part. This one will be moved later. So yeah, thank you for PR. I think we will move them later. This one is still like must. You know why they're in must? Just because we don't have CDK videos. That's the point why they're still in must, just for you to see how serverless works. So when you come to me, when you come here, I will just tell you, so yeah, serverless is cool, and the CDK is almost the same. It's really almost the same. They use the same technology, the same service cloud formation. So serverless is pretty close to CDK, just it just uses the other approach of creating configuration. Yeah, so in serverless we create config in YAML file, and in CDK we use just JS code or whatever language code. Okay, so thank you guys. Have a good week. We'll see you next week. And yeah, as I also mentioned in announcements, so usually we will have our meetings in Tuesday at this time, just 1 hour ago. I don't know, it's like 7 p.m. for me. I don't know how much is it for you. So I will do my best to make all lectures at this time, at this date, but everything can happen. Yeah, so we have like 10 weeks forward. I just can't tell you where I will be then in 5 weeks. So I will announce all the lectures on Monday. I will create events inside our rolling scopes application. So yeah, as you can see, we have here a lecture, and we don't have lectures anymore, but on Monday I will add the next one here, and you will see the exact date and the time, just because on Monday I will know my capabilities, I will know how busy I am, so I will just find the time for it. But I will do everything possible to be at this time all the time. Info English video have CDK, but it's very fast and strict to catch all stuff to do. I have a really, you just can slow down the video, it will be not so fast, but yeah, maybe it's not as good as you want, but that's all we have. So you can always leave like I think after the course you will have to fill the form with your suggestions. So we will do everything possible to create this course better. We do every single time if we have a course from start to start, we try to do it better. So you're the first one, guys. So expect that something will be not very cool, something will not be very clear, but next course will be better, and especially thanks to you, because you are like first on this one. Could you please give a little bit information about cross-check on AWS Cloud Developer? I don't know, are you familiar with the Running Scopes cross-check system? If not, I will just tell you from scratch. So actually how it works, we have like 100+ students here on this course, and when you submit your solution, it just goes to a list. And after deadline, we will have like a big list of solutions. Yeah, so we will have like maybe 20, maybe 50, who knows. And when we will have all the list of solutions, we will just shuffle it between people on this course. So you will receive solutions of 2, maybe 3 other people, and you will have to review them and set like out marks for marks. I think marks. You will points. You will have to set points for every solution you have seen. So in best cases, we have like so you review 3 works, and every single student review 3 different works. So in vacuum, it will be like every every student will have 3 reviews on his work, and we will just take like the average of the points, and yeah, that's how it works. So you just review yourself, not yourself, you review the other students. That's how it works. And yeah, it was concerns about this, so people can be bad, people can give you less points. So we just found out that usually not. Usually people try to evaluate other people as hard as they can. Yeah, that's will be a good words for it. But also, if you will receive if you will create all the stuff, but all three people who reviewed you, they just decided like, I will point here 0 and you will get like 0 points, you always can appeal for it, create an appeal, and your work will be reviewed not by the students but by activists, by moderators of the course. That's it. Yeah, that's how crosscheck works. Crosscheck appeared on in running scopes like maybe 3 years ago, maybe 4, and first time we introduced it, we were like, oh yeah, it will be a mess, but somehow it works and works pretty well. Even if we have like thousands of students, we have like, I don't know, maybe 5 appeals on 1,000 students, maybe 10. So usually students review other solutions very well. Don't know why, it just works. Oh, also you can read about crosscheck in our documentation. Yeah, it's really also a good source of information. Give me a second. Yeah, we have a docs. I believe they're in English. Nope. Nope. Maybe someday we'll create it in English and you will have a chance to read this one in English. I don't know. I really think that we had it in English. Docs, why are you so maybe like up? Nope. It was like sharp. Let me check, maybe I will hack this one. Not found, but as you can see, this one like I think this one is in progress, maybe later. But I described it as deep as I could. Anything else, guys? I already say goodbyes to you and stayed here, so yeah, it happens every time. Okay, hopefully that's it. If not, just ask in Discord, or if it's some you want to ask from me, save it for the next time. See you next week. Just check analysis and have a good learning, have a good week. It's almost summer here, but you have to learn. It sucks a bit, but that's how the life works, I suppose. So yeah, guys, see ya next time. Goodbye.